Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Is that your dad? Ianu. Is that daddy's picture in suit? Ianu. Ianu.
What did you say?
Is that your dad I saw in suit? Is that your dad's picture I just saw in suit?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay. Your dad is handsome.
Thank you.
I say your dad is handsome. I like it.
Thank you.
That's good. It's like you look like your dad. And Yola looks like mommy. You look like dada. Okay.
Dad.
You don't know. You look like your
Everybody,
dad.
a lot of people say that.
Yeah, you look very much like your dad. Anyway, let's continue. Oh, we are in number. What number are we? What number are we? I'm gonna catch you now if you're right. Joshua, what number are you? Josh?
Yes, sir.
Joshua?
Yes, sir.
What number are you now?
20-something.
What is 20? 20 something is not a number. What 20 something are you? What?
29.
29. Okay. So we're going to 29 now. To keep a person at arm's length. We just did 28, break the record, that is, perform better than in all previous achievements in competition. Then 29, to keep a person at arm's length. To keep a person at arm's length means to avoid contact with the person. Number 30, rough and rumble. Sorry, rough and tumble, rough and tumble, rough and tumble. Rough and tumble is in a very disorderly manner. In a very disorderly manner. For example, he did it rough and tumble, means he did it in a disorderly manner. He did it anyhow. 31, to pack bag and baggage. To pack bag and baggage. To pack bag and baggage. Baggage is spelled B-A-G-G-A-G-E, baggage, baggage, bag plus H. That means to move with all one's belongings. To move with one's belongings. That means, like if one is changing apartment now, you need to pack bag and baggage. They packed bag and baggage when they were moving to their new apartment. That means they packed all their belongings. They moved it. 32, to throw in the towel. To throw in the towel. Towel, T-O-W-E-L. To throw in the towel. To throw in the towel. That means to accept defeat and end the contest. To accept defeat and end the contest. To accept defeat and end the contest. Like, you know, life is about challenges. Survival of the fittest. You really need to be strong and be determined to get the best in all you do in life. You've got to be strong and determined to get the best of all things in life. You need to be strong and determined. You don't throw in the towel. Like what we're doing now is going to cost us time. It's going to cost us some effort. We need to be determined to put in our best and try to get the best of all we're doing. Okay? 33, to shed crocodiles' tears. To shed crocodile tears. Crocodiles is spelled CROCODILE, then apostrophe S. Apostrophe S means you put a comma on top of he, not below, on top of it, as if you want to write in mathematics raised to the power. To shed crocodiles' tears. Tears is spelled T-E-A-R-S. To shed crocodiles' tears, and that means to pretend to be very sorry. One is not actually sorry, but it's just a pretense. Now just crying, putting up a fake cry, just to deceive. Okay. Number 34, Rome was not built in a day. Have you heard that before? Joshua?
Yes, sir.
Rome wasn't built in a day. Have you heard about that before?
No, sir.
Okay. Rome was not built a day means it takes time to achieve something great. It takes time to achieve something great. Like this online class we're doing now, your mom and dad want the best for you. They want you to be great in life. And you might not be finding it easy presently, but that's the best thing for you now. In the nearest future, you know, you will live to remember today for good. Just say, oh, thank God for that online class that made me know this, know that prepared me for my future, for my today. Rome wasn't built in a day means it takes time to achieve something great. Okay. 35, under one's nose. Under one's nose. Once there is spelled O-N-E apostrophe S. Under one's nose. Under one's nose. Under one's nose means under one's close observation. Under one's close observation. Are you writing something down, Joshua? Number 36, strike the iron while it is hot. Strike the iron while it is hot means do the right thing at the right time when it is easy. Do the right thing at the right time when it is easy. Now you're very young. You need to learn what you need to so that in the nearest future, you know, it's not easy for adults to go to school, especially adults that are already raising children, because they need to focus on the upbringing of their children, trying to fend for the family, build a lovely home, a, 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 a lovely children. It will cost a lot, you know, like this online class we're doing, your mom and dad has paid for it. They need to work out a payment, you know. So if one at this age now trying to go to school, you know, time spent in school is supposed to be used for getting money. When the moment you start up a family, you must begin to work to keep the family going. There may not be enough time to go to school. One may not be able to concentrate. So now that you're young, you need to strike the iron while it is hot. That's the meaning. 37. Easy lies, uneasy lies the head that wears a crown. Uneasy lies the head that wears a crown. Uneasy lies the head that wears a crown. That means rulers and people in authority have a lot of work to do always. Rulers and people in authority have a lot of work to do always. Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. Rulers and people in authority have a lot of work to do always. Number 38, to fall out. To fall out. To fall out means to quarrel. To quarrel. To fall out means to quarrel. 39, on account of, on account of, on account of, on account of means for the sake of, for the sake of, for the sake of. Number 40, to fly off at a tangent. To fly off at a tangent. That off is OFF. OFF. To fly off at a tangent. Tangent is spelled Tangent. Tangent. To fly off at a tangent. The meaning of that is to change one's opinion, feelings, or actions suddenly. To change one's opinion, feelings, or actions suddenly. To fly off at a tangent. Changing of feelings, opinion, and actions suddenly. A sudden change. Flying off at a tangent is a sudden change. Sudden change of feelings, opinions, and actions. 41, to throw in the sponge. 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 Sponge is spelled S-P-O-N-G-E. S-P-O-N-G-E. To accept or acknowledge defeat. That's it. It's just like to throw in the towel. Throw in the towel is the same with to throw in a sponge. To throw in the sponge. To accept or acknowledge defeat. 42, to be caught red-handed. To be caught red-handed. When they say so-handed, have you heard that before? Joshua? Joshua? Joshua, unmute your mic and talk to me. Josh,
Yes, sir.
have you heard that before, that idiom, to be caught red-handed? When they say someone was caught red-handed, have you heard that before?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, to be caught red-handed, caught, that is to catch, past tense of catch. To be caught red-handed means to catch in the very criminal act. It's like they put a drink, to put juice in the fridge, and someone else goes there and is taking it behind the owner. And the owner met the person there. That is what it means to catch someone red-handed. To be caught red-handed. Red-handed is spelled R-E-D hyphen then handed. H-A-N-D-E-D. H-A-N-D-E-D. Okay. 43. To hold the purse strings. To hold the purse strings. To hold the purse strings. Purse, pocket, purse, a pouch. P-U-R-S-E. P-U-R-S-E. The purse, to hold the purse strings. S-T-I-N-G-S, strings. Oh, sorry, to have control over finance. To have control over finance. Like, for example, you can say, the parents hold the purse strings of the family. The parents hold the purse strings of the family. That is, they are in control of the finance. The money you use in running the family comes from the parents, not from the children, It's from the parents and not from the children. 44. To have an axe to grind. To have an axe to grind. Axe, A-X-E, A-X-E, grind, G-R-I-N-D. To have an axe to grind. The meaning is to have something selfish, to have some selfish aim. To have some selfish aim. Number 45. To lose one's bearings. To lose one's bearings. To lose one's bearings. To lose one's bearings. That is, not sure of one's position or situation. Not sure of one's position or situation. Not sure of one's position or situation. 46. "46. 45 is to lose one's bearings. Bearings is B-E-A-R-I-N-G-S. To lose one's bearings. That is not sure of one's position or situation. 46, a bird's eye view. A bird's eye view. Birds. B-I-R-D apostrophe S. A bird's eyes view. View. V-E. V-I-E-W. V-I-E-W. A bird's eye view means a general view. A general view. 47, to pull the wire. 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 To pull the wire means to use influence to achieve something. To use influence to achieve something. To use influence to achieve something. For example, we can say words like the president pulled the wire to put John in the army. By all means, the president pulled the wire to enlist John in the army. The president pulled the wire don't go out of the gate. The gate. To take to arms. To take to arms. That is to go to war. To go to war. To take to arms means to go to war. 49. To turn the tables. To turn the tables. To turn the tables. To turn the tables means to reverse something, e.g., judgment. To turn the table, to turn the tables means to reverse something, e.g., judgment. The last but not the least, on these idioms, maybe some other time, we'll come back to idioms. That's where we're going to stop on idioms for now. Maybe later, we'll still go back to idioms and pick it up from 51. So number 50, to pay off old scores. To pay off old scores. Of, O-F-F. Old, O-L-D. Then scores, S-C-O-R-E-S. To pay off old scores. To pay off old scores means to revenge for a long-standing offense. To revenge for a long-standing offense. To revenge for a long-standing offense. That is that for idioms with us now. Before we take a break, any questions?
No, sir.
Any questions? Okay.
No, sir.
Iyanu, any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, let's have a break of like 10, 15 minutes. Okay? Thank you. Yeah.
Piano. Is it break time? No?
Yes.
Okay.
Would I do? Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's go into the agri class now. The agri class is going to be not too long, very sharp and brief. You know, we've talked about soil formation. Okay. We've talked about soil formation. Wherein soil was formed was tagged weathering. Was tagged weathering. Was tagged weathering. The process is tagged weathering. Is that not it? Okay. So today we want to look into classification of crops. Classification of crops. Classification of crops. According to forms. Classification of crops based on their forms and their lifespan. Classification of crops based on their form and lifespan. You know, under agriculture, we deal with two things majorly, plants and animals. Agriculture is about the study of crops, plants, and animals. It's a portion, a branch of biology. Agriculture was picked out of biology. It's purely crops, that is plants, plant crops, and rearing of animals. So we'll start with classification of crops based on the form and lifespan. Now, if we want to classify crops, according to the way they appear physically, that is the form. When you are saying you are classifying plants according to form, that means according to the way they appeared physically. We have two categories. We have what is called monocotyledons. Monocotyledon is spelled M-O-N-O-M-O-N-O. Then C-T-Y-L-E-D-O-N-S. M-O-N-O-C-O-T-Y-L-E-D-O-N-S. Monocotyledons. The word mono means one, and cotyledon means seed leaf, seed leaves. Now, monocotyledon have only one seed leaf or cotyledon. Only one seed leaf or cotyledon. They are also called monocots. Monocots. Monocot is M-O-N-O-C-O-T-S. Monocots. Stalks. Stalks means petiole. Petiole is spelled P-E-T-I-O-L-E. They do not have petiole, and they have broad leaves with parallel veins. Sorry, they have narrow leaves. Narrow is not broad. Narrow leaves. Narrow leaves with parallel veins. So they do not have stalk, and they have narrow leaves with parallel veins. Parallel. B-A-R-A-L-L-E-L. Veins. V-E-I-N-S. Examples are rice, maize, that is example of monocotyledonous plants. Monocotyledonous plants are rice, maize, guinea corn, oil palms tree, then banana, millet, etc. Rice is spelled R-I-C-E. Maize is spelled M-A-I-Z-E. Guinea corn, G-U-I-N-E-A. Corn, C-O-R-N, guinea corn. Oil palm, O-I-L. Palm, P-A-L-M. Oil palm tree. Oil palm tree. Then we have banana. That is easy to spell. B-A-N-A-N-A. Millet. M-I-L-L-E-T. Millet. Number 2, classification of crops according to form or physical appearance. The next one is dicotyledons. Dicotyledons. Dicotyledon is spelled D-I-C-O-T-Y-L-E-D-A-N-S. D-O-N-S, sorry. Dicotyledon is spelled D-I-C-O-T-Y-L-E-D-O-N-S. Dicotyledons. 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 D-I-C-O-T-Y-L-E-D-O-N-S. Now, what are dicotyledons? They are crops with 2 seed leaves. In fact, the word di means 2. Then cotyledons, as I've told you, is seed leaves. They are crops with 2 seed leaves or cotyledons. They are also referred to as dicots. Dicots. D-I-C-O-T-S. Dicots. And they have leaf stalk. You know, monocotyledons don't have leaf stalks. Dicotyledon, they have leaf stalk and broad leaves. The leaves of monocotyledons are narrow and having parallel veins, but that of dicotyledon is broad, not narrow. They have leaf stalk and the veins are net It's net shape. The veins are net. Example of dicotyledons are rose plants, peanuts, daisies, etc. Daisies is spelled D-A-I-S-E-S. 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 Daisies. Peanuts. P-E-A-N-U-T-S. Then rose plants. R-O-S-E. Plants. Is that okay? Those are the two classification of crops according to forms. That is, according to physical appearance. Let's go to the next classification. Crops can also be classified based on lifespan and life cycle. Classification of crops based on forms is what we have done. Then the next one is classification of crops based on lifespan and life cycle. What is lifespan? The lifespan of a crop is a period of growth from planting to harvesting or maturity. The period of growth from planting to harvesting. That is what we meant by lifespan of a crop. Lifespan of a crop is its period of growth from planting to harvesting or maturity. There are three classes of crops based on their lifespan. Three classes of crops based on their lifespan. These are 1, annuals, 2, biennials, and 3, perennials. Number 1, annuals. Annual is spelled A-N-N-U-A-L-S. A-N-N-U-A-L-S. Annuals. A-N-N-U-A-L-S. A-N-N-U-A-L-S. Annuals. Even from the word annuals, annual means a year. When you say something is done annually, it means a year. What are annuals? These are crops that complete their life cycle within 1 year. Plant crops that grow and mature within a year, e.g., maize, rice, wheat, beans, groundnut, tomatoes, and so on and so forth. These are plants that within a year, they are grown, they are ready to eat, they are mature, they can be harvested. Rice, wheat, beans, groundnut, tomatoes, and so on and so forth. You can Google and find out more other annual crops. Number 2, biennial. Biennial is spelled B-I-E-N-N-I-A-L-S. 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 Biennials. These are crops that complete their life cycle within 2 growing seasons of planting. 2 growing seasons. That is 2 years. 2 growing seasons. They complete their life cycle within 2 growing seasons of planting, e.g., cotton, cassava, etc. Cotton and cassava are biennials. You can Google to know and find out other biennials apart from cotton and cassava. There are many of them. Number 3, perennials. Perennial. Perennials. Perennials. The crops complete several years for plants. After several years, it's more than 2 years, a minimum of 3 years. Perennials are a minimum of 3 years, so that's why they call several years. E.g., oil palm, like oil palm, it takes it 5 years to mature. Cocoa is like 5 years too. We have oil palm, cocoa, neem tree, neem, N-E-E-M. Neem tree, mango, orange, rubber tree, etc. Oil palm, cocoa, neem tree, mango, orange, rubber. These are examples of perennials. That's where we're going to stop today for our agri. Let me give you homework on agricultural science. Number 1, what do you understand by lifespan of a crop? Write it down, Joshua. What do you understand by lifespan of a crop? When next we meet, we're going to give answers to that. What are the differences between monocotyledon and dicotyledon? Then you are to give 2 examples of both dicotyledon and monocotyledon each. Number 3, give 2 examples of crops that are annuals. Number 2, biennials. Number 3, perennials. That is 3 Roman figure 1, 3 Roman figure 2, 3 Roman figure 3, 3 ABC. Give 2 examples each of crops that are annuals, biennials, and perennials. Number 1, let me start again. What do you understand by the lifespan of a crop? What do you understand by the lifespan of a crop? What do you understand by the lifespan of a crop? Number 2, what are the differences between monocots and dicots? Give 2 examples of each. That is monocot and that. Give 2 examples each. Number 3, give 2 examples of crops that are annual, biennial, and perennial. That is it for today. Any question? Joshua?
Yes, sir.
Any question?
No, sir.
Yanu, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, any question?
Sir.
Okay, so catch you tomorrow.